So it's 2/22/12, and I'm doing an interview with some Israeli people, I think it is. Hey.
Hello, Mr. Vasquez. How you doing?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Great. Doing great tonight. First of all, Shani's on the Skype with us, but she's muted. She's just going to be here just to listen in, and I'm going to be asking you the general questions.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Sure.
Perfect. Then first of all, I just want to say thank you for giving us your time. We really do appreciate it. And I'm just going to read you a quick disclosure about basically what we're doing.
Okay.
So first of all, this interview will be recorded for academic validity.
Uh-huh.
So I'm turning on the recording right now.
All right.
Perfect. And everything that we said during this interview may be used in our paper for academic purposes only.
All right.
If it's anything that you want us to leave out, erase, anything like that, any questions you don't feel comfortable answering, just let us know.
All right.
And pretty much, do you want us to send you a copy of a final report?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Perfect. All right. So you agree to everything I just said, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. All right. So name is Paul Yosemite Barry Vasquez, correct?
Yeah, well, Paul Louis Vasquez is my legal name. It was my father's name. It's my son's name. And my friends call me Bear. And since I live near Yosemite, I kind of have like the handle, Yosemite Bear.
All right.
Yeah.
It works for us.
Yeah.
I think just add some more to our paper. I think it'll be awesome.
Right.
Now, so general basic info, we'll start with how long have you been using YouTube?
I joined in 2006. Yeah, not long after it came about.
Okay, and so how long would you say that you started creating videos?
I uploaded my first video in 2007. It took me a while to figure out how to do all that stuff because I learned the internet and computers as it was coming, and I didn't have any teachers. I was figuring it out myself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what made you create your first video?
So I started shooting video in the 80s. Someone shot some video of me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing and so powerful. So I just got into it. I think what I did is I filled out an application for a credit card for $1,000, and I bought a camera, and then I put an ad in the local paper saying that I would do people's videos of their school plays, of their weddings, sporting events for free, and that I would sell them copies for $20. And so I made a little bit of money that way. Not a lot, but enough to buy all my equipment. I bought computers, I bought editing VCRs and more cameras, and so it allowed me to do this stuff without actually having to pay for it. It was just like it paid for itself.
So let's say so now pretty much you have all of the editing software. You have more than a normal just small video camera, right?
Oh yeah, I have lots of cameras, man. I got underwater cameras, I got flying cameras. YouTube gave me the badass camera. I got a camera in my sunglasses. I have like dozens of cameras.
Right. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that one. So we're going to start with your main video, the one that reached almost over 30 million views.
Yeah.
Have you had any experience in any type of viral marketing before your video went viral?
No.
No. All right. So now, did you think when you made the video / posted it, would it be as successful as it was?
Yeah. Yeah. I knew that. I have a video called Giant Intense Rainbow, which is a rainbow that came to me a year before, and I thought that was going to be a viral video. And when I shot Double Rainbow, I knew, and I sent it to all my friends, and I said, this is going to be a viral video. Send it to everyone you know so that could happen. And it didn't happen until Jimmy Kimmel tweeted it. Yeah.
How many hits did it have before Jimmy Kimmel?
I had about 800.
Wow.
For 7 months. Yeah.
Because we were going to ask you, actually, we have a question over here, which was in January 2010, that's when it initially started to really take off.
No, January is when I shot it.
Right.
Yeah, and
okay.
it didn't take off until July 3rd, 2010, when Jimmy Kimmel tweeted it.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
All right, it's great to know. I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah. I didn't have hardly any views on my channel until Jimmy, paid attention to my channel, and then I blew up. Yeah, it was like an explosion.
Was there any reason that you could say that the one before that didn't go viral? I mean,
it's not as good. It's not as good, and it was a single rainbow. My reaction was pretty intense, and like a lot of my friends, they love it, but it's not just mind blowing like the double rainbow video is.
Well, first of all, I can tell you personally, I saw your video, I don't know, a while back, so it's an honor to get an interview with you, so thank you very much.
Oh, sure.
Now, how did Jimmy find out about you, by the way?
There's a whole video on it called How I Became the Double Rainbow Guy. So, basically, in 2008, I was staying in LA with my son who was going to school there, and we drove by Hollywood Boulevard, and I saw Jimmy's, the line to get in the show, and I was like, oh, there's something there. So we went, and Jimmy, I let my presence be known, and the announcer guy or the warm-up guy came up and he started interviewing me, and he liked me. And when Jimmy came out, he put me in front of Jimmy, and Jimmy liked me. They interviewed me, pre-show, and the announcer guy called me Jimmy's boyfriend. So I went home and I made a shirt that said Jimmy's boyfriend on it, and I got tickets, and I came back, and of course they remembered me, and Jimmy interviewed me again, and they used me in the monologue. So then what I did was I caught it on my DVR, I shot that on my camera, and I put that on my YouTube channel. And then one of Jimmy's buddies, who looks for stuff about Jimmy on the internet, saw that video, and he said, oh, let's see what else he's got. So he saw the double rainbow video, and he sent it to Jimmy, and the quote was, I think this is the funniest video I've ever seen. And Jimmy, quote, tweeted it and said, yeah, I think you're right, and then it blew up. So I made that whole shit happen.
Yeah, and then it worked really well, I would say.
It sure did.
So how many subscribers do you think you gained as a result of that one video?
Well, I have about 47,000 right now, and I think I had less than a dozen before I went viral.
Wow.
So all of them. I was up to 48,000 at one time, but it kind of fluctuates.
Okay. And just kind of generalize, how many videos did you think and how many views per video, like average, do you have before this one video?
A couple dozen per video. I had about 200 videos when I shot Double Rainbow. How much English is spoken there?
Oh man, our school is almost 1,600 people international. So English is everywhere, especially and in Israel in general.
Yeah.
If you come visit, if you don't know Hebrew,
yeah,
you'll be fine.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's where it's like a lot of places in the world.
Yeah, because, I mean, everyone knows English.
Right.
And it's just you have to know it if you want to have any type of tourism whatsoever.
Right.
And also here, no matter where you go, everyone is taught in high school English. Like, they're one of the basic core studies in high school is English.
Right.
So they have some type of grasp of the language.
Huh. So I have a lot of questions, but this is your interview, so go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm almost done, so after this I'll be happy to answer anything.
All right.
Great. So now after you have some videos that have reached 1 million to over 20 million. Now, is there any type of criteria now, after you know that some work, some hasn't, that you try to add to your videos?
No, I don't really care. I don't really care about views or subscribers or like that. I don't really hardly make any money from YouTube. I don't really even need money. You know what I mean? And my place is all paid off. My cars are paid off. My kids are grown. I don't want to go anywhere. Basically, I have a really amazing life, and I live in a beautiful place. I'm surrounded by beauty, and all I do is I live my life, and I try and record so that it doesn't get in the way. and it's my art, you know. So I don't really care about any of it. I'm just recording it so that other people can see because they like it.
All right. So you just want to give them the experience as well.
Yeah, right. I want them to be able to see the world through my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one more question in regards to the last video. How many videos have you posted after that big video, and what was the average views per video after?
Okay, so when I started going viral, right away I started thinking, oh, people are watching now. I better put, like, I emptied my memory cards and started uploading the video right to YouTube right away. And I got better. I learned how to edit. I didn't know how to do any of that, you know. And there's no average, you know. I mean, some videos it's like, man, they really hit and people really like it, and some videos like only like the hardcore fans watch, you know. So it's not and it's not something that I pay very much attention to. I just do it because I'm compelled to do it. I do it because the reason I started doing it, and it's still the same, is I want my descendants to see what I was like, you know. Yeah, and you know, and I think that there's going to be movies made about me and stuff like that in the future. You know, like some of the famous artists, you know, like that are gone, they're going to be more famous when they're dead, and they're going to go through my material and they're going to, like, you know, mine it for other stuff. So you know, I mean, I'm not trying to make a living on YouTube. I'm not trying to get people to watch my thing. I'm just doing my thing because it's my art. You know, artists do art because they're compelled to do it, and that's what I'm doing.
Great answer. I love it.
Yeah.
Now you get feedback from your viewers, obviously through through your YouTube and also messages, most likely.
Right.
Do you? I mean, I know you don't really go for it, but do you change any of your videos accordingly? Like, let's say if one of them says, I want to see this, or I didn't like this so much, do you change anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of people, they say they love, like, the beauty of Yosemite and stuff like that. So, I do more. I do more for them. You know, some of the people I have, like, a connection to, and I've met a lot of them. You know, a lot of them come here and they stay with me, and we go to Yosemite, and you know, they, I just, like, I've met some of them, like, I go there, you know, so I feel deeply connected to a lot of them, and so when they ask me to do something, they ask me to talk about something, or they say they want to see more Yosemite, I do it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Pretty much, is there anything else that you might want to add that you think that will add to our study? So, I mean, basically our study is, we're looking for a type of formula, per se,
Yeah.
that be added to any video to increase its chances of going viral. And this could be both in social, it could be marketing, it could be anything. But is there anything that you think that you might want to add, just in general, that you think might help us?
So, I mean, if you're trying to make a viral video, the thing is, you can't do it. you can't try. It has to just come. And if you notice in my video, there's nobody in it. There's no people in it. There's no editing. It was in one shot. It wasn't something I set up. It just happened. And the reason why my video has done what it has is because that was God. I had just finished writing an interview, an email saying how I felt like I was Noah, because I have this farm here. I have my own well, I have fruit trees, I have greenhouses and animals and stuff like that. It's like an ark, right? I send this email saying how I feel like I'm Noah, who was a prophet of God who saw a rainbow, and my house fills with color. And I grab my camera and turn it on, and that's the video. I'm basically in the presence of God. It wasn't just a rainbow. It was the whole sky was full of color, like a plate. Like there was a wall of color, and it looked like a giant eyeball. And I'm thinking, only God could have an eyeball that big. I'm in the presence of God. God's eye is right there. And that's why I say, oh my God, so many times, because God's right there. And that's why I say, what does it mean? Why am I in the presence of God? So, yeah, if you see God and put it on YouTube, it'll probably go viral.
All right, that's a good thing to add to it.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, nobody had been watching my videos, so I knew no one was watching, and where I live, no one can hear me or anything. So I had no presence in it. That video is not me. It's just flowing through me. God is flowing through me, and I'm just open and honest and brave, and you can't make that. It has to happen. You know what I mean? You can't want that to happen. I mean, I did a commercial with Jennifer Aniston for Smart Water, and they wanted to make a viral video, and so they called it Jennifer Aniston's sex tape. And it's Jennifer Aniston, you know, and they spent millions of dollars on that. I mean, you know, I was there. I saw what the production was. It was hundreds of people making this video, and you know, it's got like 10 million views on it, which it went viral because Jennifer's a huge star, and they call it a sex tape, you know. So it was a gimmick, but, you know, it's not going to do what my video is going to do, which is just going to keep going forever.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, one of the things we're actually looking at, and that's has been keep coming up in common, was that everyone we're talking to so far said the same thing, is that you can't ever plan anything. It has to happen just by its own, which maybe that's one of the properties. Maybe it has to be
right.
It has to be random.
You can't plan it. It has to be authentic, genuine, original, open, honest, and fearless. I mean, if you look right after the video that came after me, the Bed and Twitter video, me and him are friends, and we did a movie trailer together. We spent almost a week together, and he's pissed. You know, he's mad, and he's like he's not caring what anyone says. He's just opening himself, and he's a funny guy. You know, so people really react to that. They really respond to people just being open and honest, you know, and pure. And you have to be brave enough to just not care. That's part of what the success from my video is I don't care. I'm a giant cage fighter, and you know, I don't think about, you know, what people think, because I could kick their ass.
It's a great way to look at it. I actually I did a little bit of MMA myself, just mostly jiu-jitsu stuff.
Yeah. It gives you a confidence that makes it so that you don't fear nothing, right? You don't, right? When you know that stuff, it's like you walk around and you feel confident. Well, that's been my whole life, and I just have this confidence to me, and I don't care what people think. You know what? Fuck them.
I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
A little more personal question, but when you just walk around, let's say you're walking in LA, let's say you're walking in Vegas, whatever. Yeah. Do people recognize you? Everywhere
I go, man. It's constant, nonstop. I get mobbed. People want to hug me. They want to take their picture with me. You know, they know me, and it's interesting because my videos, I'm not in it. You don't see me. Yeah, and, you know, and that's all over the world. I mean, I went to a web conference in Brazil, and when I landed in the airport, some woman, oh my God, Double Rainbow. She comes and gives me in Iceland, high school raised money to bring me out there, and people knew me on the streets. People were driving by going, Double Rainbow. I mean, yeah. And you know, I got subscribers and fans all over the world, and they're like, oh man, you're huge over here. You know, some guy from Czech. I got a guy from Czech coming on the 1st, you know, and I mean, people from all over the world, they tell me, oh, come and visit. Everyone loves you out here, you know.
Well, I mean, if you come to Israel, you got a place to stay.
Yeah, right. See, yeah, I've been all over, but you know what? I don't like to travel. I only go when people call me. When people say, "Come, you know, we'll take care of you. We want you to speak or something." That's the only time I ever go anywhere because I like it here.
Well, pretty much the interview part is done.
Yeah.
So Shawnee is now going to come off of her mute.
Okay.
Shawnee, you can come off mute now. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. We wanted to keep it on mute because we didn't want the interview to get too confusing, but like just listening to you talk is so amazing. From the beginning, Yosemite is like my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
My mom's favorite place in the world, and every time we're in California, I mean, it's a 6 or 8 hour drive, but we always try to make it up there. It's like the most awesome place ever.
Well, could you imagine living here for 25 years?
I am very sincerely jealous, and when I tell my mom about this, she might actually, cry.
Yeah, I came to visit with my parents when I was 12, and then when I was 21, I was working in the fire department, and we would have like 6 days off every 3 weeks, and on one of those 6 days, I was like, what should I do? And I'm like, oh, I'll go to Yosemite, and I got up there when I was 21. I was like, man, I love it here. I want to live here. And the next year, I was living and working here, and when I got here, I was like, I never want to leave. This is it. I found my home. And
it's really amazing to be able to live the dream like that.
It is. And, I look back and I was like, how in the hell did I do that? What was I thinking? Because people only think that they could just come and visit here. You know what I mean? But not me. I'm staying.
Wow.
That's how I live my life. I don't question. I don't want anything. I just make a decision and then I just go for it,
It's really amazing.
Especially where I came from. I came from East LA, from the Barrios, and it was a violent, drug-infested, gang-infested place, and I go back there and I took my son and he was like, how did someone who comes from here morph into my dad? Because I have this farm on the side of this mountain, and I have this incredible life where I live in Yosemite and it's just filled with beauty, and it's such a different reality than coming from where I came from.
Oh, well, invited or not, next time I'm in the neighborhood, I'm definitely coming to visit you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, check me out on Couchsurfers, Yosemite Bear, Couchsurfing Yosemite Bear. If you Google that, you can find my page. I take hundreds of people. I take woofers, I take help Xers, I take couch surfers. I've had hundreds and hundreds of people from all over the world here.
That's really great.
Yeah, I have so much. I have to share. I have to give back, Well, if you come on. If you come out this way, come and, say hi, come visit.
Actually, good chance I might.
Yeah, for sure. I'm easy to find. You can, you got a hold of me this time. So, I would ask you to just, talk about me to people there, These kids in Iceland, they figure out a way to bring me there. Anytime that, that I'm able to go somewhere and spread the message that I have, I do it, and this whole thing came to me because I have a message to give. I'm a prophet, and I'm a prophet that uses video. My videos are scripture, and basically the message, the condensed message that I've distilled is love your fellow man, walk gently on Mother Earth, and connect to spirit. So a lot of things come out of that, but those are the main things, So if you can also Google Rainbow Warrior, and it talks about this prophecies that I'm fulfilling, and about the things that are coming, how we need to get closer to the earth, and not be so greedy, and not be so materialistic.
A very, very nice way to live. I wish I can do that. Obviously, I try. But
right.
It's not always easy.
You can do it. Just do your best.
Anyone want to add?
Yeah, just that I'd like to see what you produce from this. Yeah.
Of course. As soon as we have a final copy, and we have everything in literature form, we'll send you as soon as we get it.
Right.
It should be another, I'll say, two months or so. We'll have our final report.
Oh, I'm in a hurry. Just whenever you got to do. I do so many of these. I've done 300 interviews all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, for the first 6 weeks, dude, it was 4 or 5 interviews a day.
Well, look, also, we really appreciate. I was very surprised to get it. I hope for responses, but I was immediately surprised to get such a quick response. It really it shows something. It shows you're a really nice person. We appreciate that.
I'm a servant. That's what this whole thing is about. I am a servant of the universe for humanity, and that's what my whole life is about. It's in my videos.
Yeah, I've seen it. They're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so and I would, if you can somehow promote my channel, put a link into it, or tell people that they can just go watch it. A lot of the videos I do are really good. I get a lot of rainbows. Everywhere I go, I get rainbows, and it's just really beautiful here. And I have a farm, so I'm shooting all that, and I have beautiful people around me. My kids are really beautiful, and so it's good stuff.
You can have no doubt that we are gonna post statuses in the next.
Nice. Well, keep in touch. If you get into the mirror, do you have Facebook?
Facebook? No.
Facebook. You don't do Facebook?
Yeah.
So I'd be. Hey, I'm trying to do an interview here. I'm trying to, I'd be interested in seeing what your experiences in the military is like. Take pictures of cool guns and machines and shit like that. I love that stuff.
I'll be glad to send you something.
All right, Facebook, friend me on Facebook.
Keep in touch, and again, we truly appreciate it, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Yeah, anything I can do, I'm here. I'm a servant.
You have already done more than anything we anticipated.
All right. Good luck, you guys.
Take care.
All right, see you. Bye.
Okay, bye.